Gemini energy, cross watchers, welcome. You're all welcome. You know what I'm saying? We about to get into a reading for y'all. 3-card draw. I ain't gonna hold you long. Pause. But true talk, that's what we're about to get into. Anyone who's trying to get in contact with me for the products and services that I provide, right? Just go to the description box. There's a link to the website where I can be reached. We've perfected the navigation of the calendar now, so we could do a chemistry call if you just want to feel it out. You know what I'm saying, and see if I'm the right fit for you. Pause, and we can take it from there. You know what I'm saying? I offer astrological readings now as well as tarot readings, so we could just chop it up, pick apart your chart bars, or we could just do a tarot card draw. You know what I'm saying, and just fish around. I could freestyle. You could ask a question. Whatever the case may be, you know what I mean? And with that being said, I may cuss, but I don't curse. Don't let that fly over your head. Bars. I'm on one. So I'm going to cut the deck, and we're going to get to it, you heard? All right, this is the situation at hand for the Gemini energy. We got the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Let's talk about it. This is about shedding old rigid beliefs. And some of that rigidness stems from not allowing people in. Not allowing people in your circle. Not allowing people to participate in what it is that you have or had going on. I'm getting the feeling of, if you want something done right, do it yourself. That has been your motto for some time. And it's like, yeah, but what are you, a one-man army? And you might have been in that mindset for a while now. And it's not to say that you're right or you're wrong, but now you're at a point where it's like, wait a minute. I think I'm developing a reputation for being such a hard ass. Like, I'm getting difficult to work with persona here. I'm just keeping it a bean with y'all, And I don't know, maybe something happened. I'm getting in the workplace at that. Something related to what you do, that somebody kind of like slipped through the cracks, pause, and like gained themselves an opportunity with you, and it worked. And you're almost puzzled about how that even occurred because of how tight you run your ship. And with that occurring, you're like, man, it's the little things. And you're like, okay, that must be the introduction to where the missing piece of the puzzle was for you. Like, yo, you can actually allow people to do stuff for you, and it can work. That's what I got so far. Let me see how you see the situation, because I'm prematurely speaking for you a bit. Strength card. There's something about the human condition that lets instincts get the best of us when it comes to situations that we get anxious about, because it's like we have experienced something before that has resulted in ways that we did not want them to result in. So therefore, when you're doing a routine, which is largely going to come with doing work, being in the workplace, right? You can almost anticipate or measure or predict when that type of mishaps can potentially happen again. But what the strength card is showing is the importance of knowing that. Okay, you know that. That's great to know. You can also be restricting the type of abundance that you could. It's like you're not living abundantly because of that mind state. You've got to be able to, what I'm seeing here is you got to be able to give space for others to gain control over their instincts. You as well, though. You as well, because again, if you anticipate the worst is going to happen, then that means you don't have total control over your instincts. Because all you got to do is reflect on a time that something happened and you had to counteract. So it's like when the publicists come in and they say, okay, we got to do some damage control. Yeah, it happened. We can't get over that. We can't get past that. We can't get around that. Excuse me. But what we can do is come in and bring the cleanup crew. You know what I'm saying? And like brush this, polish this up a little bit. Sure, it might be evident. Sure, people might be aware of it. Like, oh yeah, that's damage control right there. They come out, they make a statement, yada yada yada. So publicist comes out, make a statement for you, and it's just like, yeah, that's part of the game, B. That's part of the game. Because when you're too rigid and evident about your stance on things, people are always going to be able to know how to trigger you, how to get you out of your element, how to trick you. You understand what I'm saying? You're going to be too predictable. And this is where you're at with it right now. This is how you see this thing, like, oh, okay, I see now. Give room for error. Because also by giving that room, you're living abundantly for the opposite of error to occur. This is the factor to consider based upon this. Oh, we got the star out again. Okay. The star wants to be famous today. We're going to make you famous then, baby. So what this is going to do is it's going to bring you some type of, or it can bring you contentment. It can also enhance your creative abilities. Because what I'm getting from the first card is like, you've known that your rigid stance has stifled creativity in the area of what you're doing. But when you open up this arena for people to participate with what you got going on, even if it's going to bring some type of error, it brings more, not only more hope to the situation, but it brings you more recognition. This actually develops your reputation to be better. So let's say you're the type that has had such a rigid stance for so long, and like I said, you built the reputation that it's like, okay, that's the person that's hard to work with. Your aura, the perception about you is going to change. It's going to be like, well, did you hear what happened lately? Not anymore. They actually worked with this new artist, or they actually took this new script, or, you know, they're playing a different role this time. They're not being the cop this time. You know what I'm saying? It was their 10th cop movie. It was like enough of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so people are getting, it's like a rejuvenation of who you are and what you do. 17 card as well, so this is another 8. There's abundance written all over this message. You just got to grasp it and go for it. You got to go for what you believe in, what you're perceiving right now. You're not wrong, is pretty much what this is saying. But test it out, try it out, and you'll see. You know what I'm saying? You'll be seen more in a positive light. You might not be the type that's going to make a lot of public statements, though, is also what I'm getting. You might actually have a publicist. So make it fit how it's supposed to fit. Pause. Until next time, I'm out of here.